Good evening, it is Sunday, October 29th, 2017. This is your Islandblader speaking. Here's what's happening. Well, this time my manager didn't tell me what happened because the moment I successfully avoided for 3 hours, someone asked, all I do is ask if she left for the day. Found out she is, and like, why are you avoiding her? Explained why, and then some kid blabbed it out to me that the Jets lost to the Falcons. And you sit there and you're like, I was so giddy, and only to, once again, I lost again in an everybody hates Chris moment. But it wouldn't have mattered, because I would have went home to see another disgrace, to see another one where the Jets take off, and then the big crash landing and the same old nonsense. Okay? For 3 straight games, the Jets need to realize football is a 4-quarter game. It is 60 minutes. It's not 45. It's not 50 minutes. You're playing an Atlanta Falcon team. 3 games in a row they've lost. To all 3 teams in the division. It just, go figure, the one team they play in our division is the Jets that they beat. Does it surprise us? No. This team is an out-and-out disgrace, okay? How do you have Atlanta on the ropes? Atlanta's not that good. I'm sorry. 3-0, they may have started 3-0, but what have they been? I mean, you come out a fast start, Matt Ryan can't handle the football, and reading all this, the rain stinks and everything else, you throwing the football, everyone's in, and you still, you still can't get it done because this kicker can't kick, and honestly, I smelled a rat with this guy the moment he got here, because I remember Chandler Catanzaro's kicks with Arizona, and he wasn't exactly fully frugal, okay? And that's why I was a little iffy getting this guy, How many field goals has he missed this year? I don't want to hear about what he did, that 57-yarder. I don't know. His 2 missed field goals made all the difference today. 6 points off the board. Final score, Falcons 25, Jets 20. I mean, this is 3 games in a row right now this team should be 6-2, not 3-5. It is unstinking believable that it's come to this. It's I've got my wife's team 7-1 sitting pretty right now, and I have to sit with this nonsense. 3-5. Why? And for the last 3 games, I've known the result because people at work seem to run their big mouths. Thankfully, the Jets play on Thursday this week when I'm not at work. So, it goes to show you, the disadvantage of working on Sunday in September to December. Yep. All I know is, everyone's saying now the Jets are becoming the team that, that they were anticipated to be. I mean, look, it's not to say that the Jets aren't competing because they are, they are competitive. It's just these losses have been more and more damning. Like, how many more losses like this are going to happen? If you're a good team, you slam the door on these games. You led at halftime again. You led after the 3rd quarter again. I'm not saying New England was a lock, even though they led by 14 in that game. That's not a lock. So, you know what? I'll spare the New England game. The Jets should minimally be 5-4 right now. But once again, the Jets seem to get a New England hangover because every time the Jets seem to play a tough game against New England, they give them a fight, and then they end up losing, and everything falls off the deep end. It seems to be a tradition, It's like, everyone's like, oh, well, the team, right now they're on pace to finish 6-10, 6-10, 7-9, it would be a waste, because of a quarterback pick. Yeah, okay, right. You're all in about drafting a quarterback. You don't know how a quarterback's going to work. You don't know. Test free agency. Test free agency if you have to. Don't do this in putting all your eggs in one basket on a quarterback. And besides, knowing the Jets, they're going to fail at developing them anyway, as they've done every other quarterback they've drafted. So, what does it go to show you? But this team, that everyone's expected to lay down and die in every game, they're competitive. I'm not going to lie to you. 4 out of the 5 losses, they've been right there. But again, a loss is a loss, folks. The game that got destroyed by the Raiders, look at the Raiders now. They're falling into mediocrity. It's gotten to be like, what else is there to say? This team cannot close. And how many times, like I said, how many times repetitively, and this has gone back to Rex, how, with the game on the line, the defense can't hold it. Now, I know it wasn't entirely on the defense because, players made mistakes today. My boy Curley, muffing a punt, setting up the Falcons perfectly. It's just, if the Jets played the game they played against Miami back in week 3, who knows? But against Atlanta, listen, they can have Matt Ryan and Julio Jones all they want. Listen, this Atlanta team is clearly starting to feel the effects of that Super Bowl hangover. But I'm sorry, today was another winnable game by the Jets. I'm sorry. They should be ahead in this division, or at least in a wild card spot halfway through the season. They shouldn't be at 3-5. This team, yes, they are playing for bowls. I know that. We all know that. But the fact is, they can't close. They're in the cellar of the AFC East, and we know they shouldn't be, and we know they're better than this. They're better than the Miami Dolphins. How they lost that game to Miami last week was an absolute disgrace. And what happened to Miami last Thursday? So, goes to show you. It's like they could outplay the opponent all they want. They just can't close. It is, that just is what it is. Anyway, again, I haven't really seen much of the details of the game. It's now that it's been spoiled for me again. There's no point. There's 2.5 hours. More free time. With more time for myself, more time to spend with my wife and son. Well, they're probably sleeping already, but still. That being said, I'm going to hold it to here. All right. This is your Islandblader speaking. It's agitating. It's another Sunday. For me, it's been a horrible weekend. It's, obviously this just caps it off. Anyway, deuces for now.